mani padme hum, mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, mani padme hum, om mani padme hum.
Samjian namje zomba tong loye jedai jedawa jejun demon devaye joyen go oh damye doje jaje re sono janye ma do je bonjong bo serje bo do wa je re xiaojie jia ge xiao la ge zhao zi zhe mei wo ze tu ji jing ro de ma li ji jing wu jie dao dang jie se guo ken jie zhe jie jie yan mian zhe gong zhen qian ge zhao zi wo mi zhu jie yin jie guo zhong de zhong sang jie ge nian wo ni让三九跟我从东这边，这边了没小路跟就，看到九九的东天这天脑袋里我摸着我讲，天天东边就见叫人别我三不多我等天天，一些那么也他也给当着当的这个冲到当也给他们。按照我跟这个姐姐当把他们这个的大概就的。Good morning.
Good morning, Rinpoche.
Morning, Jufan.
Good morning.
Good morning. So I think we have the 37 Bodhisattva practice. I think the number 14, right? Number 14. So this is we called the difficulties bring to the path. So the 10 difference, 10 different, 10 difficulties, difference. So bring on the path. So this one is, I think, third. So third kind of the Tibetan called Minyamba. Minyamba means the sweet word or speak, bring to on the path. So yeah, Demi, you can read the number 14. What's our practice? Yeah. What we did hear any?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Oh yes.
Okay. Even if someone broadcasts throughout the 3 billion worlds all sorts of offensive remarks about one, speaking in turn of that person's qualities with a loving mind is the Bodhisattva's practice.
Right. So then I think there is 2 ways, So one is we try to less, unsweet word or harsh word to others. And the particular here thing is someone said to you, or I don't know how say unsweet or saying to us or saying to the problems, or we don't want those hearings. So I think all the Dharma practice is depending is how we individually how handle. So one hand is just the sound. The outside sound, I said, so maybe same word, same, okay, for example, someone said to like 100 people, or you guys terrible, or you guys or thief. So they're saying to 100 people, but at the receiver, 100 people is, I think, really not same reaction. So that's why we not really keep. If there's real things, external thing, then yes, we, or somebody said, what an unsweet word or kind of offensive word. And then the receiver 100 people is same thing exactly. But no, it's 100 people is receiving different way. Or maybe, probably, reaction is maybe there's 100 difference or 100 people. So that's why we're not really looking external word or external, not only this, we can't hear the speech, but also whatever. So mainly is depending is on mind. So I say, somebody said to us, okay, you are thief, But we look at all things, we didn't steal anything. Just, if somebody said thief, but we not become thief. So the difference is, or somebody said, oh, you're a thief. So they'll be really angry. Why he said that? I didn't steal anything and this and that. Very angry. So whether you're angry or not, just no pay attention. But same word, So here talking about, okay, doesn't matter what he said or he said. But matter is on mind, right? So because we normally Dharma practice is we want happy. That's our goal, our wish. So we always, reason is we don't practice because of we, like temporarily or long run, we really want to happy. We really want to relax. We really want to enjoy. So then, okay, how we practice? And also how we get, where do we get happy, Also that's order way from the, unhappy things. Is everything is calm down to the mind and not outside. So I say, somebody said you are a thief. Okay. So I am not thief. But there are two ways. Okay, yes. Probably he's very ignorant, tell me that thief. So we show compassion to her. There, maybe he's really ignorant, He created negative himself. So something delicate, or maybe he may able to change his mind instead of that angry, So that's why we're looking for the happy. So he said you are thief, but the receiver is happy, no change. And the other hand is, okay, somebody said you are thief. You're very angry. So you try to as much as possible reply, okay, you prove me, and this and that. We go to the other, call somebody, government, or all things, this. And then look at our mind. How extremely unhappy. They're extremely problems. So reality, we don't want that. So that's Dharma practice we change, So that's kind of take time, but every moment, So also we are really opportunity, we can say, and the Dharma practitioners. So one hand, everybody knows we are precious human life and so on. But also, like for example, okay, somewhere build a house, okay? So if someone build a house, so they have the many necessary things, right? So basically have to keep is money and the materials and the tools, and we work. And all together, so we're able to build really nice house. So same thing. So we want to build, enjoy, or build happy, right? Or happy life, or generation to generation. So in order to build like authentic happiness, so Dharma is the tool. Dharma is material, we have all the tools. So if we use in the Dharma, like for instance, love, compassion, meditation, mindfulness, and also like what called the 6, perfection, so on. We have all. So that's us. We are lucky. Really, we are really special. So we can build for achieving enlightenment. So that's first. Is we are lucky, and we have whatever we need, we have. So Dharma is so many ways to build the authentic happiness. So first thing is we have to appreciate individually, and individually be happy. And also after us, we have those tools. Also, we have use, right? So otherwise, we have all the tools or whatever necessary things we have, but we didn't use. Then we cannot build, the fancy house. So first we have necessary, we have appreciate. Also, there's a lot of causal conditions, karmic connections. So everything is we are have together and we have. So now, and so we, as much as possible, try to use those tools and those whatever object we necessary. So that is we first I say just we really appreciate. And so we back to the whatever this unsweet word. So so also we really is we learning to say bad word to others. That is really not benefit. And ourselves, others, self and others. But we used to, we custom, some harsh word, But it look at the carefully is actually not good result. In short term, temporarily. So basically, we try to say harsh word to others, maybe with something done, finished, or quickly, or sort of work is productive. Sort of we superficial kind of quickly thinking, but reality not. It's basically whatever we need to done is maybe like destroy, So that's why we also, I think, two ways. My experience is, yes, we have to, so everyone is not same knowledge, not same education. So yes, there's someone's mistakes, and we try to teach, right? To, somebody don't know things. So I think two ways here, particularly like kind of like all the same age or some like old people, not old people like same age, and not really say like too angry or your mistakes or you or we teach, even though teach, but so that is not working because the kind of attitude is kind of same level. But sometimes I don't know here at this country, but in the, these parents to talk to children. So that's kind of many ways, children is sometimes better to say harsh word or little bit make punishment or so on. It's much better than that depending, sometimes always nicely or what you want that to just, maybe children not listening, okay, not pay attention, but some little bit stronger. It's more pay attention, more productive. So I think I think just kind of two ways. And also, deeper way. Okay. So motivation. So kind of motivation is kind of really powerful, you know. So every single moment is, yeah, in all the, every person changes mind, right? Change, you know, kind of way. So someone sincerely to help others, and then maybe word is not really nicely. So the nicely means kind of not directly. But this, I think the Buddha said, this motivation, the power by the motivation and the receiver is kind of like go inside, you know, learning. So even though he said nice, you know, really nice, sweet, you know, word, but the receiver is kind of, okay, I do this. Yeah, yes, that's right. He's saying that, or he's saying that. So because of the motivation. And other hand is, so this somebody saying that person inside is lack motivation, is lack motivation means, you know, angry or worry or like appreciate that person's job, or like, oh, stupid, he this did that, or why he did that. So this kind of thinking that through the motivation, they say to other person is so not going too deep. So they're kind of like, oh, why? So kind of try to reply, you know, or reply means try to fight. So I think very important is, you know, very hard, you know. So we need to learn a lot. But also, I think the mental insight is how to say, like, have to like flexible, you know. So if that, then we can working is easier. So I think flexible means sometimes like hard, you know. It is like rock. So then we cannot change on and cannot change others. So when we become mind is flexible, or when we try to make, you know, who made the mind is flexible, or right, so maybe, so that is the from mindfulness. So yes, of course, something happened, we get angry, or maybe we worry. So that time, really difficult, but however, we remember what I am doing. And the very difficult, but if continuation, I get through angry, you know, how I benefit myself or benefit others. So that way is learning a lot, So first, yeah, of course, even though we realize that, but we difficult change. But we say practice again and again. And then one day, so then probably we understanding what I am doing. Or, okay, what I am thinking. So that is Dharma practice is like the key point, Normally, we see or guessing or others, right? I think everybody. We see others because of the two eyes this way. We don't see eyes like this way, this problem. So that's why we judge others. Okay, we see what is doing, what is talking, right, wrong, all the outside. And then that projects, then is what we call this dualistic concept coming back in the mind. So that is kind of wrong way, because we cannot get happy, authentic happiness, and we maybe not relax. So in order to really relax, really authentic happiness, also we want, right? So that, okay, try to look inside, okay? So if able to see what I am doing, right? So also the Buddha said, walking meditation or whatever, shamatha, that's actually looking inside. So kind of also what I'm thinking. So if you find it, or what I'm doing, or what I'm thinking, then sort of easy to change. Okay, first I'm thinking, okay, I get angry, right? So I realize I get angry. And then, so easy to analyze, okay, why, this angry? What it benefit, not benefit myself, and not benefit others. So first you get angry, but you can able to stop quickly because you're inside. But looking other, you get angry, it's impossible to stop. So you see there is kind of like round, big kind of like wheels, So what he did that, what he said that, he said that, what are you doing this is not right, this and that, endless, come back, create kind of like more faster. But how can reverse is you are realize, I get angry. If you realize that, there you can stop. First maybe like speeding, very fast, but then sort of break, stop. Or maybe just slow down, not push the gas. So that's why this also difficulty or problem is slow down, If you're looking at all external things, There are like difficulties, problems, and worries, and like all kind of like all sorts of things, necessary, unnecessary things, that there are reason, no reason, just kind of like all the wrapped up, like faster, 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 faster. Things, real, dear is there's no relax, no happy, you know. So that's why I say is we as much as possible what I am doing, what I am thinking, and then also then if you look the inside, then we know sometimes, not all the time we problems, okay. Sometimes we think, okay, I'm good, you know. I look into our own mind. We sometimes the compassion, right? We have sometimes love, and sometimes we care others. So then joyful. I'm right. I'm doing right. Doesn't matter if people, other people say, "Oh, you're bad" or whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm really happy. I'm doing good. I'm okay. I'm not mistaken myself. And also I say sometimes we really fed and the devotion. So also fed, devotion, our Dharma practice, you know, trust our Dharma practice. That also this mentor becomes soft, become flexible. So you look inside, as I said, like flexible, more soft, softer, flexible, you know. But we look outside things, and then just our own mind is like stronger, you know, very difficult change. So that way is just look, and also we, maybe somehow there kind of nice realization, or not really realization, but a nice experience. You look inside, how joyful. So also this inside joy is two ways, right? So like external things, you said something, oh, you're very nice, or very pretty, or you are really smart, or you are, or you are rich, knowledge, whatever, you know. Sort of, yes, may appreciate, may some temporary joy possible, you know, because we want, so those mostly people. But that is really, because the outside, so this joy is like superficial, you know, not really real. Kind of, yes, but same time is not really joyful. The really joyful is inside. If you find something like, for example, maybe you're good devotion, or you're maybe good faith, or you are sincerely practice, or sincerely you love others, you sincerely care others. So that is bring peace and joy. So also I'm talking about here peace and joy. It's also the same thing, you know. Sometimes we're looking for all the peace and happy, joy, relax, so on. But in the Dharma practice, I'm talking about the peace. Happy means like authentic, you know, peace and happy. why I said authentic happiness. So if you have inner strength, inner happy, one day you find it, the inner happy. That happiness is no one can change. So that's why I said authentic happiness. Otherwise, the happy come from external things. They change quickly, right? So interesting too, so I hungry. So this really delicious meal, I think I happy or perfect, delicious, How much lasts long? I don't know, maybe 1 hour. Or I said, oh, perfect, nice weather, I really enjoy, this is nice weather. Yeah, that's enjoy, we can say enjoy. How lasts long? And also others said, okay, you are really special, you are really perfect, you are really pretty, you are really nice. So that's how lasts long. There's not really, not to last long. So that's why I think it's luck. So that's why I say it's authentic happiness. And then we are back to what is unsweet world. So also this first time somebody says to us like bad words, particularly didn't do anything, like for instance, or somebody said thief, I didn't thief, we didn't steal anything. So, or somebody said, well, you're bad, But this, it's like empty, sound. But also why we keep that. So sometimes, this I said individually, or like me, or somebody said maybe 100 people, you said very good. Or why you said 100 people say you're bad? Doesn't matter, What a big deal. Or 100 people say you're bad, but 100 people say you're good. So this is really is the possible, so like. Also we thinking like possible. And then another one is, I think we were talking about before too, so sometimes in Dharma practice, if we handle well, then every good things or every, or negative things we can use. The particular is the negative thing used for bring to the path. And also, if you really can use, somebody said, okay, you're doing not right and this bad or whatever, then also we kind of learning. Oh, he said that, so I said I'm doing not right. So I can look down my own. Or he said this is me. Kind of use, okay, why, what are you doing? He said that. his truth or not. If it's something somebody said truth, I'm wrong, so that's good, we are learning. I change it. I try to change. Changes, right? So, and so this, if someone said like wrong things, but I didn't done what he's saying, and then we try to develop the compassion. So, and also we can't aspiration or dedicate for them. So maybe he has ignorance, he don't know. So maybe he can change his ignorance, So we don't want to continuation their mistakes. So interesting, Dharma practice, very hard. But otherwise, every corner we can use. So interesting, this one, we call this Choja Norzan. So this king, they call one name is King Norzan. So he has the 100 teachers. So he has 100 teachers, but actually this is 100 teachers, not good teachers. Some teachers not authentic. Like for example, sometimes some teachers no knowledge. Some teach the kind of like wrong things. But he has really practice, and also he has the authentic, devotion to teacher. So no matter these teachers teach him, as I say, maybe the wrong things and not authentic, and but he get every single teacher. He get like positive things, every single teacher. Even the teacher is not authentic, but because of his mind, pure. So also we can, like I said before, faith, devotion helps to kind of straight up on mind. So everything is like I said, they're not good teacher, but he get like something good teachings. But also, I think one story is so one like teachers, the extremely realization teachers, they teach him like authentic or highest, whatever. But then if the receiver is not enough devotion and like kind of maybe I don't know, not really computation, but kind of judgmental. And then the teacher like authentic, pure teachings, but later on, he sort of understood is like wrong things, totally from the teacher. So of course, we, really important, good authentic teachers and good teaching. That's, yeah, of course, very important, but also as well as sometimes depending our own motivation, they change it. So also, this kind of like not material object, material. So, like, okay, see, not money, right? Not like money. Okay, somebody said, okay, this $100 I give, they receive $100. Receiver. So that's just kind of not changing. But Dharma is not that. So someone give you $100, okay? May you can get maybe 50 cents. Or maybe you can get $1,000. That's also like I saying this, depending how we practice or believe karma cause effect, how much effect, how much devotion, how much we interest in Dharma. So also, I think there are a lot of stories like the Asanga, right? Asanga. So Asanga and what is the dichotomy? Another, he's
A teacher?
no, Asanga. Actually, yeah, perfectly the Buddha Maitreya. He practiced Buddha Maitreya. And then, so finally, Asanga like 9 years, right? Okay, maybe I can tell you this whole story, okay?
Yeah, we went in and out of retreat.
Right,
Kept
Asanga
getting the tree in different ways.
practiced the Buddha Maitreya, you know. So he did 3 years. He zero. He didn't see his face, no realization, nothing. So he said, okay, not working. He gave up. And then on the way, so then he saw the like someone doing the work of this big metal piece and then rubbing the kind of smooth cloth. So then he said, what are you doing, you know? Well, I am making needle, you know, I need to like sew my cloth. I have to make, you know, this needle. But this how take a long time. Almost impossible. Then he thought, oh, okay, just he all these things, that's much he offered. So probably my spiritual part, maybe not enough, you know. So then he back to work, not back to the retreat again. After 3 years, and then he's nothing experience, didn't see anything, Buddha Maitreya. And said, well, maybe not working. So he give up, go out. And then one guy, the digging the like edge of the mountain. Then he said, what are you doing? Well, this mountain, the block the sun. I try to work on this, make the flat, you know, mountain try to make flat. So he thought, oh, okay. So that's just impossible, you know, but he that much effort, he doing that. So I maybe not enough. So he back to again, he clear retreat, back to retreat, and I stayed 3 more years. So after 3 more years, and he same thing, you know, no experience. And then, so then just walk along the way. And then in the road, there one, the dog, what called this, so injury, dogs in the lower part, like mush, the wounds,
He had a wound that was festering.
Right. So then he tried to really compassion to dog, extremely. But then he tried to take off the, what call these wounds.
I think there maggots in the wound.
He tried to take out, but he difficult if you use the rocks or stone or harm to the, what is nuggets?
Maggot, yeah.
So the only way, he just kind of used his tongue, so, but then he just kind of unclean, but he tried to close eyes, he tried to take up the nuggets, but he opened up in the Buddha matrix in front, there's no dog, and no injury dog. So that time he said, Buddha Maitreya, you really don't have the compassion, How much I practice you in 9 years. He said, Buddha Maitreya said, no. First day you meditate, I was there. But you doing the practice, but you're not enough devotion, you're not enough compassion. That's why you cannot see me. So right now, because you have compassion, you are genuine, you develop the compassion, you care others. So that's why you see me. So today he said, okay, if you not believe me, you can just walk, we can together, maybe you can put my, so you put me in your shoulder. You can see, talk to all, go to all the town to town. You tell him, if you want to see the Buddha Maitreya here in my shoulder, there are people have reaction. So he did that. So he said, all these cities or town, he said, if you want to see Buddha Maitreya here, so my shoulder, no one say. No one. What do you say? You're just crazy, just, there's no Buddha Maitreya, nothing in your shoulder. But except one woman, so I didn't see this Buddha Maitreya, but I saw the injury dog. So he's more like devotion. So also that way is, the depending is, I said, yes, of course, teacher, and or trust or devotion. If together, then they work. Also this one, I think they are joking. I think, I don't know, sort of like joking, but so some lamas, they have miracles, So then I said, why do not show the, the miracles? Like, for example, this is talking about Chinese in Tibet. So that's, so, okay, Tibetan lamas, they're miracles, they're power, Why not show these, miracle things? But the Lama said, no, all the conditions together, they work. He said, if you're one Lama high realizations, the high realizations, but then that able to see the high realization, that person is also need to hire. But otherwise, we cannot see. Even though maybe Lama shows miracle, but then nobody see how much benefit, how much power, they don't see. So this all the like what I call this interconnected. So we important to we have to have authentic Lama, but also have to have on faith and devotion. And also kind of interesting, right? But you guys, I think you guys experience too. So when the Dharma practice, right? So same thing before. So look inside your own mind. Look inside own mind means, not much pay attention like external things, worldly things. Sort of mind is like calm down or meditation. Or this kind of there is maybe I can say the own mind less the conflict or less thinking. So less thinking about the worldly sense. And then kind of able to kind of mind is a little bit clear up. So then this in mind is clear up. Mind is clear up means like thoughts and so on. And then kind of reflects to your own mind is like more devotion, more faith. So then, interesting is able to see to even the object, outside object, is more the positive things. So because reflect, I don't know, reflect outside from your mind, maybe.
Sort of like a projection or reflection, I'm not sure.
Right, because it's pure mind, and then even the external things, like more pure, okay? And also you're able to see more like positive things. The sort of object changes outside to other things. So, like we see actually, right? That's just very easy to understanding is if you're really angry in the mind to someone, that person will change, it totally change. We said we didn't see the qualities, Everything's bad, whatever the action, So like I don't know this. I think the Americans maybe not. I don't know. Sometimes we Tibetan like East Tibetans joke, Sort of like nice, not nice word. Maybe something like that. Or you eat your father, something, father's flesh. Well, not really, didn't say flesh, but that means sort of like you call it parosa. So maybe just you eat your father or something. So interesting thing is, we become really friends, okay? You meet them, we say that, parosa, what are you doing, you know? He's really happy. Same word. But at the same time, also extremely angry, like fight. And same word, we say use that. So that means really fight. So the depending is how we concept. So like for example, this also like motivation, just we really best friend, we meet him, he said, okay, you know, parosaju means you eat your father's flesh or something. He's very happy. Because other person not angry, you know. Enjoy. And some will fight and then say that word. That's it. So I think this just the motivation. Motivation means, you know, just. Also another thing is we can change on thing. We look mainly is inside. And then also I want to say, whatever we worldly things finish down or dharma, we have to, time is very important. You know, we not waste the time. And have to diligent. Basically, they have to work hard. But at the same time, that's kind of become stronger, you know. And also, like external things, whatever problems have to accept. So, like external things, there are problems you have to accept, and internal things, if you sick, whatever difficulties, you know, have to try to enjoy, be happy, accept. So that's kind of like, I think it 1-2 layers, the all external thing. And then inside is really careful. Kind of mind is kind of like sensitive. Make sensitive. Sensitive means like you have to devotion, have to faith. Also like judge, you know, inside, that's I'm doing right, I'm doing wrong, or this kind. Have to have careful. So sometimes you're thinking, you know, like hard, you know, sometimes sort of accept is, some people more really the selfish, or I don't know, pride, maybe selfish. Then they're saying this, oh, I not care, you know. I okay, I die, I okay, I say I okay, our problems come okay, you know, kind of like hard. So that is not, you can using external things you can use, but don't thinking inside things. So I think the inside thing is have to detail, you know, what I'm doing. Kind of sensitive, okay, I'm not doing negative things. Okay, I do the accumulation, you know, positive things. And I have to get luck. Generated to bodhicitta, and it generated to or whatever, loving kindness and compassion. And also be able to see a karma cause effect, and also be able to try to see others' problems. So I don't know, maybe my English they make confusing, but I think I saying the two layers. So inside, I said be you stronger, you accept. You can do everything. You have kind of build strength, power, accept, but not really hard. Inside, you count of everything's careful. So, okay, so we can start here. So, yeah, I don't know, so a little bit. Yeah. Or questions or like kind of more questions or more we discuss more understanding. So you have some questions?
So Rinpoche, there's no questions on Zoom or on Facebook. So if anyone in the Zoom meeting has any questions, maybe they can ask them now if that's what people want to do. But there's no questions in the chat right now. Does anyone have any questions for Rinpoche?
Okay. If you know questions, maybe I have question.
Okay.
Do you understand? So like the outside you be stronger and inside more sensitive.
So actually that was a question that I had. So when you say sensitive, is it another way of saying that we're more receptive to maybe the blessings or more receptive to others, but we have sort of inner strength. So we're not moved by, if someone's angry with us, we're not likely to get upset or change ourselves, but we're more receptive to others as well. So it's a paradox. So you're like, on the inside, we're stronger, we have more inner strength, where at the same time, we're more sensitive or receptive. That's how I understood it. I don't know if that's correct.
Yeah, receptive, but also like aware. So sometimes I said very strong, so I said before I said like, I not care anything. But that means they care, but kind of hard, Or I said, sort of accept, okay, I'm sick, I okay, I die, I okay. Also some people are like, no, nothing believes, religious, so on. So that's, so external things, you okay, but internal, the deeper with this not okay. So internal things have to have like sensitive. So sensitive means like look at our mind. It's really try to develop, love and compassion, and check, analyze, I really a compassion or not, I devotion or not, or this is, this, I doing negatives or not, I accumulation merit or not. So this kind of what is lacking, then just try to build, So that's, I think, talking about the inside, yeah, like more. The inside means like inside and inside, okay?
So more aware of your mind and your mental states and things like that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Rinpoche, in terms of the outside, then, what were you saying? Don't look outside so much. mostly focus on your own mind, and what you were just saying, focus more on your own mind, how you are dealing with things internally. Are you angry? Are you compassionate? But in terms of the outside, can you clarify that a little bit, please?
You mean outside, like kind of object, or just you not like outside? You like you're not practicing what is?
Well, you said there were two levels: the inside, you being sensitive with being mindful of your mind and your thoughts and all of that. But then you said there's two levels, and the outside, I thought you said there's a way to be with the outside world.
Right. Okay. So outside world, I think outside says kind of like be stronger. You accept. Okay. So accept. Okay. Or this world of problems. That's okay. Or may have your enemies. That's okay. And also I say, yeah, the physical. Maybe I can say, maybe I know accept. May I die, I have to accept. So kind of be stronger.
Thank you.
So external things, so external means, so.
Can I share a story that I think sums up what you're trying to say? Once upon a time, many years ago, you gave a retreat in Virginia Beach. And it was my job, it was Easter Sunday, and it was my job to get flowers for the altar. And I drove all over, and I could not find a place to get flowers. And I was getting really anxious and angry. And I knew I had to be back by a certain time, and I couldn't find any stores. And I finally see this A&P store, and and all the flowers are on sale, and I get all these flowers, and I run up to the counter, and here's this woman, this young woman with her little baby sitting literally on the counter, and an older woman talking, and they're totally ignoring me. And I started to see myself get angry. And I said to myself, let's take a look at this. Calm down, take a breath, and listen to what's going on in front of you. And as it turns out, the baby was really sick. And if the mother, this young woman who was working there, was caught with her baby at the store, she'd be fired. And the grandmother was there to take the baby, and the young mother was giving the grandmother all these instructions on how to take care of the baby. And I caught myself seeing my anger and realizing what's going on the outside, which is so much bigger than what my little party was going on in my mind. And as it turns out, you were stuck in traffic, and by the time I got the flowers in the altar, it really was not a big deal. I made it such a big deal in my mind that it really wasn't, So I sort of caught my anger in time so it didn't get out of control, and then was able to be with the outside and see what the situation was. Does that sound like what you're talking about?
Right, yes. So yes, you start to extend, but at the same time, yes, you do not without worry and angry. So that's even though like external jobs, so something, same way, so, and then this, every single work, I'm not talking about Dharma practice. So like less worry, less angry, and more productive, But kind of interesting thing is if you're angry and hurry and worry, and then like kind of like interesting is everything's upside down, So every single thing not work. Sometimes interesting, right? So you guys experience some, even though like no consciousness object, So that is maybe try to fight you. You really try to fight us. Tools maybe not work. The purpose exactly something mistake, maybe fall over or all kind of things, happens. So interesting, I say just, of course the mind, angry, then mistake, yes, based on our angry, worry, hurry. But seems to be its purpose, object, something make bad. Like something very important, I need to hurry. Whatever, maybe this tools broken, or maybe not work, maybe not start, or just they fell down or something, but the other hand is same thing, just we, through the mindfulness, and then even though like object is good functioning, work very well, smooth, and also we can see qualities. Oh, these tools really help me, this much. Or these objects is really good, so everything is just useful. But this interesting, this mind is powerful, okay? If mind is not right, then basically it's not right everything. Everything, but also, I said the mind is relaxed, mindfulness, compassion, then external things really work well. So that also we can sometimes enjoy and appreciate, even though I'm not talking about Dharma, there we see qualities, even the small tool or small screwdriver, useful, how benefit, If you try to take out the one,
Cannot.
how much you take? Very impossible. So then, how this precious tool? Okay, good. Right? Look at the nail. That's kind of like mentally building peace, right? I said, if you're angry, maybe your screwdriver not work, not fat, or so this kind of interesting Dharma practice. Okay.
So there's a question on the Zoom, and Ratna Yarpel is asking, what is the best way to help somebody who is jealous of someone else? So what's the best way that someone can help another person who has a concept of jealousy towards another?
Right, so how much reduce the jealousy?
Yeah, so I think the person's asking how they can help a friend of theirs who might be jealous of somebody.
Right, so the jealousy is actually not good thing. So same thing, this is kind of one kind of most kind of negative thing, So, but also I said, just on has jealousy. So the understanding is when you have jealousy. So then that moment is like also the all objects change it, wrong thing, because of jealousy. But somewhere has the jealousy. So then just we pray, aspiration, to, but also if really friends talked, able to can talk, a discussion. So then, yes, it is a jealousy, when we have jealousy, totally changed object. Almost like we feel opposite things. Kind of like imagination, oh, he's thinking like that, he's thinking like that, he's doing like that. So just, it really is, the jealousy makes, or maybe if something happened, maybe 25% reason, but 75% almost is somewhere really jealousy, or 70% or 80% just mad up. So that's much power change the mind. So really, so that's also this is 70% or 80% is make difficult problems, create negative, you know. Also this jealousy make really this created this problems. So first we understanding their problems, so then try to, you know, yeah, of course, very difficult to, you know, just give up the jealousy, but we possible to reduce, you know, jealousies. So this, I think, negative, the kind of, sometimes other negatives is a little bit different. So this jealousy is worse negative side, and the rejoicing is most like kind of merit. So this kind of opposite way. So because both sides, we not need to create some own create, so the object. So we have rejoicing, so we don't need to make own merit, but you have somebody, whatever good things we rejoicing, or somebody practice and rejoicing, we get extremely get merit. And same thing, we jealousy to someone, but we all didn't create nothing, but we concept is make really the negative things. So that is not only like both, you know, spiritual and what is the worldly sense.
So there's a question from Tom, and he asks, does this relate to the ripening of karma? If I blame others for what happens to me, and I'm not understanding my responsibility in what happens to me, look at my actions rather than blame others. So maybe I'll read it again. Did you understand, Richard?
So yeah, so it is karma, but you're right. So we will not blame others. You are on. So even though they are karma, but we are able to purify the karma. So something, you know, of course everything we can say related to karma, but also this the ripening karma, and then we kind of fight, or we not accept, or those, then this the karma still not end. So but also we said karma is changeable. So and also this karma is maybe can be see maybe past karma, or you know, sometimes the karma is right now karma. So I think this Lord Jigten, he said, yeah, there is karma, you know, can be limitless lifetimes, whatever this, you know, previous karma, but this mainly is karma coming here right now. So because if we have love and compassion, try to take care of others, that moment we are happy, joy, relax. That's, and also we angry, that moment we have suffering. So they said karma like this, you can round your finger, right? Do you understand?
The time it takes to go around your finger?
Fast.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? That's me quickly. so not too long, so we can circumambulation the other things or in the world, or those take time. But your own finger is very fast. So that's said luck. Sometimes karma, so so you said I just not blame others, and so they accept, then that's it. So there's no suffering, so no difficulties.
So there is an anonymous question, Rinpoche, from a Sangha member. And so at this time when people are struggling with changes in behavior because of the coronavirus and the safety measures around it, would you mind talking a little bit about how to remember not to be confused about what seems to be like sometimes other people might be moving away from us, or they might be actually creating more distance in our friendships and our relationships with one another? And it's easy to think that we're being rejected, but in fact, it just has to do with social distancing and safety, and that's not really maybe motivated by us. It's not really rejection. It might be motivated by a sense of safety. So I'm wondering if you would, the Sangha member was asking if you wouldn't mind talking about that a little bit.
All right, yeah, so that's just, of course, so what is most important thing, I think, so this the safety, other people's or others own. So that's right now, that's most important thing, so maybe sometimes we're looking for, most important thing rather than, the small things. So yes, of course, but people slowly understand, so we do count the most important things, social distance or away from others or take care of both. So that's the most important. So people slowly, yeah, maybe just sometimes, that's more minded, maybe like upset and maybe worry, but slowly understand, so this we looking for bigger one. And there's more.
So there's no other questions in the chat. So if anybody else has questions.
Okay.
I don't help. Hi, Rinpoche, can you hear me?
Yes. Huh?
I think I have a question.
Okay.
When I was younger, I would get more frustrated, and now I'm really old, and it seems to me that if you have some difficulties early in your day, your car, you lose your car keys, you can't find your purse, you can't find your lecture notes, and it's a terrible day and the traffic is bad and you're going to be late, maybe a bad day, Now I think if I can remember, all my bad luck is happening, and very often what starts to be very bad day will be the best day ever, okay? If I remember, if I even have that thought, it makes me happier, I relax, and it turns out usually to be a great day. But I have to have that memory, that idea in my mind, then I can relax. And I'm thinking it might be because my egos got involved, and somehow I short-circuited the ego. I think I'm running out of juice, Steve. My battery's dying. That's a question, I think. Is that possible?
That's really good. Yeah. Absolutely. Sometimes I say this, sometimes we expect, everything is perfect. Oh, no problem. Everything. That's impossible. That's impossible. External things, they're impossible. We call samsara, you know. Something going on all the time, all the time. No matter big, small. Yeah, small things that you said, okay, oh, we cannot find the key, car key. Whoa, where's car key? You know, that's terrible, you know. But that's kind of like, but then this, you said the concept. So the later on, if your mind is okay, so everything's okay. But sometimes also, sometimes a little bit, you know, Tibetan called, we said, if we eat the bitter, I don't know, not if, but if you eat the bitter, then we taste better sweet.
Afterwards, yes. Oh,
So
thank you.
So that's what
I think if people think about trying that themselves, it might help them, maybe.
right, yeah. So this challenge is, I said, before I said, it's go bring to the pot. So yeah.
Thank you. Honey, how do I unmute myself? Quick, I don't know how to unmute. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Okay, so if you have no questions, then we do our dedication.
Sure, we can dedicate the merit. So in the prayer book, on page 24, we can just go through once in English. By the virtues collected in the 3 times, by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtue, may I and all beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Jakumpa Ratnashri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day.
You too.
Thank
Thank you.